Usually I'm behind the camera, it's different. Hi, I'm Max Bickers, and I'm going to tell you a story about the one that got away. I was a freshman in college at the time, and I had just pledged fraternity with these guys up here. And I had been making a bunch of friends at this point, working on my social scene, going to classes, and up until this point I'm going to my first tailgate at Mercer University with my fraternity. And my friend Annika walks in with this girl I've never seen before. Gorgeous red hair. I was obsessed with redheads at the time, still am, obviously. And so that was definitely the first thing that caught my eye. So I go up to Annika, I'm like, hey, I've got to meet your friend. Could you please introduce us? And so she introduces us. She's like, hey, this is my friend Logan from Columbus. I'm bringing her up for the weekend. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Logan's really quiet. That made me want to kind of talk to her a little bit more. So I kept nudging the conversation, but she was kind of hard to talk to. But I asked her if she was coming to our party later that night, and it was like a themed party. So I was like asking her what she was going to wear or dress up as, and she told me. So later that night, I'm at the party. I'm looking for her. Looking for that outfit. Like obviously, I wouldn't spot the red hair, but I see her and I catch her. I was like, "Hey, you're wearing what you said you would." She's got this like MTV T-shirt on, these overalls. She's like 90s, looking cool. And so we start talking, but it's loud inside. So we step outside and we're talking for a bit, probably like 30 minutes, an hour maybe. And so the party just simultaneously gets up, leaves, packs into cars, and starts heading downtown. And before I left, I was like, I gotta get her contact. I gotta stay in touch with this girl before I never see her again. And I didn't ask for a number. It was a bit too much commitment, so I went down a little bit and got a Snapchat. That was a bit easier to manage. So I get her Snapchat, and she walks away. I go back up to Annika. I was like, I really dig your friend. Like, she's cool. I got her Snapchat, and I think I like her. And Annika was like, well, that's great, but I'm gonna have to let you know that she has a boyfriend, and that's probably not gonna last long. So you might be good. And I was like, well, that's enough for me. So I was like, I'll keep Snapchatting her if that means she'll be single any moment now.
I know that's right.
So we stayed in touch for a while. I never knew when she broke up with her boyfriend, but that didn't stop me from trying. This was like during COVID, so we had kind of been out of it for the summer, and she had just gotten this job back at this boutique she used to work at in high school. And so I don't know if you're familiar with like streaks or stuff on Snapchat, and she would send me a picture every day. And while she was at work, she would always have like a cute outfit on, and she would send it to me in the mirror, like a little mirror selfie or something. So I was like, damn, she looks pretty fucking good. I was like, how am I gonna open this and not say something? So I would just compliment her and be like, you look cute. She'd have like a Vogue filter on, be like, how are you not on the cover of Vogue yet? You look really great. And it surprisingly worked, because she started blushing and she would snap back, and she kind of gave it back a little bit too. She started flirting, and it started some more conversations. And I still don't have her number yet. It's a little over a year now. I've just been Snapchatting her, just commenting on her outfits. You can't use the same line too many times, so I had to do something. And she sends me a picture of her Apple Watch. She had an Apple Watch, and they have, those activity rings where you track your gym progress or whatever. And she sent that to me, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I go to the gym too. I was like, we should like share our activity, keep our fitness in check. And she was like, yeah, that's cool. I don't know how to do that, but we should totally do that. And I was like, okay. So I looked into it, and I needed her number. So I was like, hey, I need your number to set this whole thing up. So she sent me her number, and we kind of forgot to do the whole thing, because as soon as we got each other's numbers, we just started texting like all the time. This is kind of close to the end of my fall semester, sophomore year. So we're getting to winter break, and we're home. We got each other's numbers now, and we're just talking the whole time. And it's great conversation. You know those first conversations when you get a new girl's number and y'all are just trying to get to know each other. It's fun and it's just innocent. And it's just great. I love talking to her, getting to know her. And so coming back to school, January, that second semester, we start talking more, and she's planning on coming up to see me at Merchant. I was so pumped. She was like, this girl's coming all the way from Columbus to come see me. This is so cool. And she's not even coming to see Annika, she's coming to see me. And I was so excited. And so later that weekend when she texted me, you know, I'm just really looking forward to it. And that's all I could think about. So then this is how I met Margot. I was friends with this girl on the cheer team. Margot was a transfer student, and she transferred that same semester. Me and Macon were planning on seeing each other. And my friend Emma was also on the cheer team, and she grabs Margot. She introduces her to everybody that she knows, including me. And I don't know, thought she was funny. Kind of hit it off a little bit, and we were at this bar. We just kind of drank and talked all night, and I got really into her. And then I realized, I was like, fuck. I was like, I've got Logan come out to see me. What am I gonna do? But I was like, but I've got this girl right here that I'm with in person, and I know I like her, and she's fun to hang out with. And Logan's all the way in Columbus. I don't want to lead her on. So I came up with a brilliant plan to send Logan a text. And I'll read it to you. It's kind of funny. Hey, Logan. I understand I've been distant from you lately, and I know things have been picking up between us too. I'm sorry that I've been distant and didn't mean to really be. If I'm being honest, I've had a lot going on this weekend. And I needed some time to think about things and what was working for me as well. I love talking to you, but I don't feel like it's right for me to keep going if I'm just going to end up hurting you in the end, especially with the distance, because she's so far away. I know it sounds like a lame excuse, it definitely was, but it's honestly something I've considered, and I had no right to lead you on the way I did, and I had no intention of doing that. I just think that the way things are going for now, for me now, our best thing to do is just be friends, because I still enjoy talking to you, and have been for a while now. I really thought about everything this weekend and realized what I was doing was wrong, and I'm not ready to commit to something I'm not 100% about, even though I got caught up in the moment of it all. The last thing I want to do is hurt you, and that's why I really need you to get this off my chest. And I really hope you understand. And she did not understand. So this is her response. I'm not gonna lie and say that this isn't upsetting, because I thought things were going good, but this isn't something I haven't heard before, so don't sweat it. Whew, got out of that one. So, you know, that was over, and I definitely, you know, that text didn't sit right with me. I definitely felt bad about it, but I'm dating Margot for like a month now, and it's Valentine's Day. Shocker, today's Valentine's Day, that's cool. And she dragged me to this Valentine's party because she didn't know anybody still, and I knew the girls at this party that she was going to, so I was like, you know what, I'll show up. It's kind of weird being a guy going to Valentine's, but I'll go. And you'll never guess who was there. Logan and Annika. And I'm walking in with my girlfriend, and she's the first thing I see. But I could not keep my eyes off her. I was like, she looks fucking gorgeous. I was like, what did I do? I was questioning everything right there. I mean, she looked gorgeous too. She had her hair curled. She was wearing this like cheetah print top, purple jacket, jeans. God, she looked so good. And I just couldn't stop looking at her. I'm pretty sure Margot saw, because she got really pissed at me. And she gave Logan a little shoulder check when I wasn't looking. But towards the end of the party, I got everybody in there, took their picture, and And I just remember in this little pool where the only person I was looking at was Logan. And I never felt so bad about myself and what I did. And so we're leaving and we're getting in the car, and Margot asked me, she's like, "Do you still like Logan?" She knew I was like in a previous relationship with Logan, or I was talking to her, I liked her. And I was like, "No." I was like, "Obviously I like you, you're my girlfriend, I'm with you right now, And in my head I knew that was a lie. But I was just trying to rationalize it all, I was with this girl, I was committed to a relationship, and that was that. I cut ties with Logan, I couldn't go back. So I tried to rationalize my decision in that whole thing and try to make that work. It did not last long. We ended things a month later, and Margaret just started showing like the biggest red flags for that relationship. Like she was sneaking. Y'all know the whole thing. I'm not gonna get into it. But she was sneaking out, hanging out with the wrong guys, guys I didn't like. These were the kind of guys that would like sleep with your girlfriend and not care, kind of guys. And she just did not care. So I ended that. That whole thing ended in a restraining order. It did. Yeah. And in the whole process of this whole mess, Monica is just keeping Logan up to speed with every single detail. And so I loved learning about that. But at the end of all that, the thing I was most upset about was, missing out on Logan, and happy that I ended things with Margot. So that whole summer, I kind of took the time to learn from that, and just kind of better myself, working out, going to the gym, just kind of keeping myself. And my birthday is coming up, May 21st. And I've been getting texts all day, just happy birthday because I'm so popular. But I didn't mind them. And I'm sitting down for dinner, for my birthday dinner, and I get a text on my phone, and I look at it, and I put it down for a second. So I looked at it again, I put it down. It's like, this is fucking Logan. Logan just texted me, happy birthday. I was like, there's no fucking way. And I'm looking at it, and I'm just kind of flipping it back and forth, like, what do I do? I was like, I just got to dinner, I gotta eat first. So I look at it, I kind of stare at it for a little bit, and I just texted thank you. And we kind of caught up a little bit, talked. I obviously addressed the elephant in the room, and kind of apologized for the whole thing, but I mean, she surprised me. She was really understanding and forgiving about the whole thing. And I was just super grateful that she would allow me to put this behind us and just be my friend again, come back into my life. And for the rest of that night, we just, kept the conversation. We were Snapchatting again, not texting, Snapchatting. And it didn't even cross my mind once that I would try anything. I was just happy to have her back. And so we kept in touch for the rest of the summer. And coming back to school, I guess we're back to texting at this point, towards the end of summer. She texted me, she was like, I'm transferring. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Where? She's like, Georgia College. I was like, hold on, Milledgeville? So I get my phone out, and I'm at Mercer to Georgia College, and it said 40 minutes. And I texted her back, I was like, I'll be there. And the week that she moved in, the day before her classes started, I was there. I drove 45 minutes all the way to her house in Milledgeville as soon as she moved in to see her. And that was the longest 45 minutes of my life. I was just, the anticipation was just killing me. It's like, I hadn't seen her in so long. She probably still hated, this is a setup, there's no way. And I remember she opened the door, she was a little hungover, hair a bit of a mess, she had this tank top on and sweatpants, but she looked stunning. Like she's got that beauty, like natural beauty, doesn't even have to try, no makeup, like she's just so gorgeous. And I didn't even care that she didn't even try to look good for me. She already did. And I'll never forget her opening that door, just being so awkward and shy, and it's like I was meeting her for the first time again, and it felt great, and that night was awesome. And I got a little ahead of myself. I tried to kiss her, but she shut that down. She's like, "No, I'm trying to watch TV." I was like, "You got it." So, we just ended up talking like that whole night, and I ended up staying. Nothing happened. I just stayed because it was so late, and we were just having a good time watching TV and talking. And I left the next day with the biggest smile on my face, driving that 45 minutes back home. And that was my junior year. That was over a year ago. And me and her have been dating for a year and a half now. So Logan was the one that got away, but I got it back. Woo!